could stand, like those before them.
I got a pig at home and a pin, corn to feed him on, all I need's for a little girl to feed him when I'm gone. Yeah!
And in my opinion, when you stand in the middle of that circle, it gives you license to sing any country song ever written, thought of, or performed.
Going on a mountain.
Right behind the circle, a full drum set, a nod to change. That was added mostly because there was room on the new Opry stage. Artists like Marty Robbins brought other instruments to the stage, such as horns. For the Grand Ole Opry, this represented flexibility in the delicate balance between tradition and change, between keeping it simple and keeping it current. It was in this atmosphere that a new breed of country artist was able to emerge on the Opry, the superstar. One cast member who helped blaze that trail was Dolly Parton.
In the wink of an eye, my soul is turning. In your hand, in your hand. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind?
In 1974, Dolly left Border Wagoners Band to go out on her own. By doing so, she paved the road for many who followed. All through the 1970s and 80s, new superstars emerged on the country scene and came to the Opry stage. Alabama, Randy Travis, Clint Black, Reba, and Garth. All these artists and more brought new glory to the great hallowed stage of the Grand Ole Opry.
Thank you very much.
The Grand Ole Opry, 75 years of America's music on A&E.
Great time here at the Grand Ole Opry right now, and a great pleasure I have to introduce the next act to come out here. And this is one of the truly great singers, great entertainers of our time today. One of the best I feel like there is in the country music business. My pleasure to introduce him to all of you here at the Grand Ole Opry tonight and all over the country. Ladies and gentlemen, Travis Tritt.
A true highlight in any country artist's career is being asked to join the cast of the Grand Ole Opry.
It's, I think, one of the highest honors that a country music artist could be given. To be invited to be a part of one of the greatest institutions that our business has to offer.
You say you were wrong, you ever leave me alone. Now you're sorry, lonesome and scared. And you say you'd be happy if you could just come back home. Well, here's a quarter, call someone who cares. Call someone who listens, might give it.
Along with Travis Tritt, other new members in the 1990s included Clint Black, Martina McBride, Alan Jackson, Trisha Yearwood, Steve Warren, Marty Stewart, and Vince Gill.
Thank you. You guys mind if I just stand here for a minute and take a picture of this? This is my first time. To me, it's the kind of honor that gives you the opportunity to really be a part of the history of country music. Not just be a popular artist for a short period of time and have a few hit records, because this place is timeless and because it is reverent for what has gone on before, and and those people are still every bit as important as the new artists.
Vince Gill. Thank you very much.
Vince, if I was just turn around and leave right now, I'd get shot because I haven't asked you to do your big number, and I want you to do it. If you don't do it, I'll get shot before I get off this stage.
I have a lot of very, very favorite personal moments. One I would share with everyone is one night when Roy Acuff was here at the Opry, and about 2 years or 3 years before he passed away.
The contemporary stars and showcases the new artists all on one stage.
That's what's beautiful. There's room for the traditional, the mountain music, Wilma Lee Cooper, who comes out.
There's Wilma Lee Cooper, ladies and gentlemen.
She is the queen of the folk mountain music.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The multi-talented, lovely lady by the name of Miss Barbara Mandrell. Give her a nice round of applause.
I'm in awe of everyone that's a member of the Opry. I know I am a fan of the Opry, and I'll always be.
You've mentioned names like Patsy and Loretta and Tammy and Connie and Jeannie and all the greats that have stood on this stage. There's one more we're fixing to add to it. She's come home now. She's come home now. How about it? Y'all stand up and say hi to my sister, Pam Tillis. Come here, sis.
When Pam Tillis was inducted as a member of the Grand Ole Opry, it was like coming home.
I'm excited about being elected a member in 2000 because that sounds kind of futuristic, you know. I'm not thinking entirely about where the Opry's been. I'm kind of thinking where it's going, and that excites me.
Looking back, all I can say about all the things he did for me is I hope I'm at least half the dad that he didn't have to be.
Brad Paisley is probably everybody's hands-on favorite of what's coming up and young.
Met the girl that's now my wife about 3 years ago.
Brad is the guy that is kind of carrying that torch of perhaps some traditional country music.
And now here I stand surrounded by our family and friends, crowded round the nursery window as they bring the baby in.
Brad Paisley is one of the greatest little guys right now. I think that he'll be a big star. He's already a star, but he's going to be a great star. He's going to be much greater.
Looking through the glass, I think about the man that's standing next
With so many dedicated and talented artists spanning 3 generations of America's musical heritage, the Opry's future is bright.
This is my 33rd year here, and I stop every now and then and say, you know, this is really something to be accepted in this unique group.
You see a lot of artists that know and understand that heritage, you know, and they really respect it. And I think the fans do too. I think they understand that this is an important part of history, you know, not only just music history, but broadcasting and history in general.
Performers that come to mind that know, that understand the importance of the Opry and what it's about, and are there, in my opinion, because of that reverence and that respect for who came before, are people like Steve Wariner, Vince Gill, Alison Krauss, Garth Brooks. They understand the importance, and they have a great respect for that place when they step in the door.
And you say you'd be happy if you could just come back home. Well,
I've always believed that as an Opry member, that's part of your responsibility. You should support the Opry every time you get a chance. And I'm probably guilty as much as anybody of at least feeling guilty anyway about the fact that I don't perform it enough. You know, I should be there probably every Saturday night, quite frankly.
All I do is say, we'd love to have you. It'd sure be great if you'd come out and see us once in a while. I'm just saying, this works for me, you know, and they can count on me being out here for the rest of my life. You know, this is a great home.
I think about people like Ricky Skaggs, Alan Jackson, Patty Loveless, Travis Tritt, Mike Snyder, Lori Morgan, Pam Tillis. You know, we all have that Opry thing in our heart because we're Opry brats. We were raised around it or raised loving it. And that combined with the legends and, you know, the mainstays out here, that makes for a pretty powerful future.
For everyone associated with the Opry, the members, management, crew, and most important, the fans.
We love you.
The bottom line is pretty simple. This is the music of America.
The Opry means more to me than I could ever explain to anybody. And every time I'm out there, I think of my dad.
I could go on and on about the Grand Ole Opry, what it means to me. I'm a country music fan. And Grand Ole Opry, that's the mother church of country music.
I think the Grand Ole Opry will go down in the history books of country music as one of the greatest shows that has ever been. Proof of that is 75 years of it still going.
I tell people that there are very few things that are just truly American that you should see one time, whether you like it or not. And whether you like country music or not, there's only one Grand Ole Opry. And it's an experience like no other, and everybody ought to experience it.
Every country has their thing, and I think the Grand Ole Opry is for America. I think that stands for America. That's my opinion about the Grand Ole Opry. She is America.
This is WSM Nashville, Tennessee, presenting the Grand Ole Opry. Let her go, boys.
As long as people love the Grand Ole Opry, and as long as people tune it in every Friday and Saturday night, as long as people keep listening to it, we're going to keep playing.
I got a peg at home and a pin, corn to feed him on, all I need's for a little girl